guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to those of you who are new. My name is Tori and this is At Home with Tori. Today's video is going to be another budgeting video and it is going to be our first paycheck budget for the month of May. If you're new to my channel, you'll know that I do a lot of budgeting, some cleaning. Mostly I've kind of switched over to budgeting because that seems to be what you guys like, and I do a paycheck to paycheck budget because that's how my husband and I get paid. I found that it's just easier for my family personally to do a paycheck to paycheck style budget rather than a monthly budget, which is what I used to do. But this way it kind of spreads our bills out more evenly, so we don't have big lump sums coming out every month and then we're left with zero. It's breaking our bills up in half basically so that it's smaller amounts coming out each paycheck. So it works better for us. It seems to help me stay in budget better. And what I've been using recently is the Budget Moms method. And I recently got her workbook, which you can see in any of my recent videos, which I'll link a couple up here. But I really like her method and I like how she breaks everything down versus like basically anything else I've seen out there. Dave Ramsey is great and I love his concepts for the most part, but doing a monthly budget for us is just too difficult. And so doing the paycheck to paycheck budget method, like the Budget Mom does, makes it really a lot easier for us to stay on track with our budget every single month. Another thing I just wanted to add real quick is that May is that weird month. I think there's 2 out of the year where my husband will be getting paid 3 times this month. And while it seems like an extra paycheck, it's not technically an extra paycheck. But we did run into a little bit of a hiccup this month already with one of our cars, which I will get into in the video. And that's probably where that extra paycheck money is going to go, is towards that car issue. I'll get into that in just a little bit, but first let's get into the budget. Okay guys, let's get into this budget for the first pay period for May. Our first pay period is Friday the 3rd. So this pay period will go from the 3rd all the way to the 16th. And then this is going to be, the middle pay period is really going to be our extra pay period because this one will go on for the end of the month bills like it normally does. This is going to be the extra pay period, which is good. And I don't know, I'm just kind of indifferent to it because I feel like it's already going to be spent even though it doesn't look like it on the calendar. But let's just see how that works out in a couple weeks when I get to that one. So as you can see for this pay period, these are pretty much all of our bills that we're going to be paying. I have Hulu on here, and this is why I've been talking about moving our subscriptions sinking fund into my Capital One 360 account. And I think I am going to go ahead and do that whenever I go to the bank later, because the subscriptions really would just be easier if it was in a checking account rather than having it cash, because if I do it that way, I'm going to be going to the bank every single month to put in the cash to be able to pay Hulu, because Hulu is our one that does come out every single month. Okay, so I did have someone ask me a pretty relevant question, and in my last video, I believe it was, they asked if the budget workbook accounts for pay periods or months that have more than 4 pay periods for people that get paid weekly. And to answer it simply, no, it does not. It always, in every single month, has 4 pages for paycheck bill trackers. I will link the Budget Moms YouTube channel down in my description below just so you guys can check her page out, because she knows more about this than I do. She's been doing it for a lot longer than I have, and she probably does answer that question in her most recent video for the May budget, because I know on her Instagram channel she talked about it a lot. So if you have any questions about what to do if you get paid 5 times this month instead of 4, you can check out her channel and see what her advice would be. Okay guys, so as I have stated in my recent videos, I love these Parku gel pens that have all the colors in them, but I am really bad at not making mistakes, and I do not have any whiteout. So for now, I'll just be using my erasable, can you read that on there? Yeah, the Parku erasable pens, because those work really well for me whenever I'm doing my budget. And that way I'll say when, because it's not if. When I make a mistake, when I'm writing down a number, I can just erase it and rewrite it. And I love it. Okay, so let's start with our income. I'm going to try to do this in pink unless it won't show up on camera, and then I'll change colors. So Eli, $14.93. And our extra is going to be $100. So that leaves us with $15.93 to budget with for this pay period. I am going to go ahead and switch because I feel like the darker colors just show up better on camera. So I'm going to be using a darker blue color for this one. All right, let's get into our bills. And that is going to be our tithe. So I wanted to ask you guys if y'all had gotten your statements yet for your taxes, or the appraisal for your house for your taxes this month yet, because we got ours in, and it wasn't this year, but last year we ended up paying, or our appraisal on our house went up by like $10,000, and we didn't appeal it. And I don't remember why we didn't appeal it. I guess because we were first-time home buyers and we didn't know what we were supposed to be doing. But let me just tell you, we should have appealed it. And we did this year. And because of that, I'm hoping that maybe this number will go down a little bit, because it's really spiked for us and a lot more than what we were expecting it to be in only 2 years of homeownership. So prayers for that works out and that number gets lowered a little bit. So we'll see what happens with that. I did want to tell you guys that with our water bill, I think I said it in my last video, but our water bill was not anywhere near what I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it to be well over $150 for the month, but thankfully it was not. It was like right under $90. So that's what we're going to budget this month, is $90. I was so super thankful for that. Because honestly, I didn't know how much it was going to be with us getting the new sod. I figured it was going to be way more expensive. Our car payment is $101. Our credit cards are only $113 this month because I paid off the Chase card last month. And our cushion will be $20 for this pay period. So I went ahead and added up the totals already, so I wouldn't have to waste any time doing that right now. And our bill totals are $12.21, which leaves us with a leftover of $372. And we move on to envelopes. Okay, so one thing that I did have to do is, because I'm just now filming this and my husband got paid on Friday, I don't know if this is like this for everybody, but weekends are our hardest time to not spend money. I'm sure it's probably like that for a lot of people, but for us, it really drives me crazy because we always end up spending money over the weekends. And then if it's a weekend that my husband got paid the Friday before, I try to do the budget video that Friday, but if I can't get around to it, then I have to account in our envelopes for the spending that we did over the weekend, which is what I have to do this time. Usually our food budget for the month is $600, but I split it in half so that it comes out of both pay periods. It would be $300 for this pay period, except that we already spent some money on food over the weekend, so we're left with $222 for this pay period. But then I think everything else was we didn't spend anything out of our cash envelopes. So those are going to be our normal amounts. So the total for this month for our cash envelopes is going to be $281. And the leftover will be $91. So then we move over to sinking funds. Okay, our first sinking fund is going to be cell phone. Because, once again, we have Mint Mobile. We pay it once a year, so it's not due until October. So cell phones, car maintenance, house maintenance, gifts, and like I said earlier, the subscriptions. It'll still be a sinking fund because I won't be spending out of it all the time, but it will be coming out once a month for Hulu, so I am going to move this over to Capital One. And clothes. So cell phones, because you guys have been so great at supporting my channel and supporting me and using, some of you guys have used my affiliate link down below that I keep in the description box, and seeing the difference that Mint Mobile makes on your bills especially, I have been able to lower what I put into our monthly sinking funds. So now I'm just going to be putting in $20 a pay period for our phones. Our car maintenance is $25. I guess I'll go ahead and tell you guys now. So we had a little bit of car issues this month. And we have a newer car. I think it's a 2016 model, but it is apparently not a great car. And we're finding this out after the fact. Apparently the cooling system in the car that we have is pretty much junk. It's not great. And it's expected to fail over and over again. So right now we have a busted water pump that we are having to replace, and the coolant, and that's going to put us, I'm not even sure what the exact number is yet because it's still in the shop, but they quoted us around $200 to $300 for labor, and we bought the parts ourselves from AutoZone, so that saved us a little bit of money, about half as much as what the part would have cost if we bought it from the mechanic, but it's still going to be $300 to $400 for us to fix. So because we don't have that much in our car maintenance fund, it will be coming out of our emergency fund. So we're going to have to go back to building up our emergency fund. That's one thing that's really hard for me, that has been really hard for me in our debt journey, is that I feel like every time we have a win, we end up with another loss. And I know that's just life and it could be much worse, but I am super, super thankful that we do have an emergency fund established so that we're not going to have to put this on a credit card. So just so you guys know, when I budget next pay period, that will probably be going to reimburse our emergency fund, which I'm going to have to move money over from this month for the car. So our house maintenance gets $12 this pay period. Gifts gets $10. Subscriptions gets $8. And clothes does not get anything because that was another expense that I had this weekend. We actually went, my niece and I went to Goodwill and we found some sales on some jeans. I needed shorts, she needed shorts, but we couldn't find any shorts. So we just bought some jeans for $3 each and we just cut them and made our own shorts. So because of the Goodwill trip, I will not be putting any cash into our clothes envelope for this month because it already came out. I think we spent $11, so it was like $1 more than what I normally would put in. So I'm just going to use that to even that out. So our sinking fund total for this month is going to be $75, or not this month, this pay period is going to be $75 with a leftover of $16. I think we'll probably just go ahead and say that it will go to our credit card. So we'll go ahead and do $16 for our credit card. And that will be, the total will be $16 and leftover will be $0. All right, so moving on to our cash envelope breakdown. We're going to put in our cash envelopes and also our sinking funds here, and then we'll move on to the breakdown portion so I'll know exactly how much to get out of the bank. I really like this sheet because it helps you figure everything out, to write everything down so that you know exactly how much cash you need to get out and in the denominations you need them. I'm really curious how many of you that watch my videos have gotten this workbook or have downloaded the workbook, like the printable version from the Budget Moms website. If you've done that, leave me a comment down below because I'm really curious. I know that she sold out like super quick, and I can't remember exactly how many workbooks she made. I don't need to write clothes on there this month because we're not going to be getting any for clothes. But I'm really curious how many of you guys that watch my videos have actually purchased this this workbook. And if you have purchased it, let me know how you like it because I'm really liking it a lot. Before this, I was using a Happy Planner, which I like just fine too. And of course, the planner in me has always wanted to get an Erin Condren notebook or life planner. But those are expensive, and our budget doesn't allow for that right now. I guess I could always just save up my money and use my allowance for that, but at the moment, that's not what I want to do. Okay, I'm just gonna add this up real quick and make sure my math is correct. All right, so 356 is going to be our total. And then when we move over to the breakdown, I cannot use 10s or 50s because my bank does not carry them, which is crazy to me. 200s and 120 and 2 ones. This will be 2 5s and 3 ones, 2 5s and 3 ones, 2 5s and 3 ones, 120, 120, 20 and 5, 12, 2, 2, 2, and then 1 and 3. So this makes it a lot easier to do this like running total and figure out exactly how much you need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 0, 16. And then it also gives you the total value of the bills. So 200s is going to be $200. 420s is going to be $80. 60. Is that right? Yes. And then 16 ones. Okay, so then I should be able to add this up again and just double check my math. 356. Okay, so I know that's correct. So then you just turn the page again and write out exactly what I need. I think I've explained this before, but with my withdrawal slips, I do have 2 bank accounts that I pull from. Hopefully it will be one soon enough. And because of that, I have to take $100 out of another bank account. So this total is going to be $100 less than what that one is. So I'm just going to get 100. I'll just do this like this because it's easier for me to see. Maybe I can move this over for you to see. So 100, no 50s. How many 20s? I'm going to do 4 20s, no 10s. 5s will be, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time like keeping up with 60, 80, and 100. So the total amount withdrawn will be $256. All right, guys, I will be back after I get my cash. Okay, guys, let's get into the cash stuffing. And this, again, I love my pouch from Blackberry Hill shop. This, for now, is where I keep my sinking funds, and then I have my dividers that are also from Blackberry Hill shop that I keep in my wallet. So we'll do my wallet first, as always. Okay, so I have $8 left, and my food budget is going to be $222. So it takes both the hundreds, 21 and 22. So now we have 1, 2, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. $230 in our food category for the month. My money, I still have $4 left in my account, or in my in my divider, and Eli and I both get 13, so 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'll put that to the side for my husband, and then 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, so 13, 14, 15, 16, $17 for my divider. Next is pets, and pets gets $13. And there's nothing left in there. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. I will say also, I've been doing this. I just got a little label from the Dollar Tree and stuck it on the back, and I've been like tallying my balance as I go and just writing down whenever I use something, and that seems to be working really, really well for me. Next is miscellaneous, and there is, I think, $5 left in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, $5. And to that, we're going to add $20. So now I have $25 in my miscellaneous account. All right, that's all for my wallet. Now we're gonna move to my sinking funds envelopes. So I'm kind of doing the same thing with my sinking funds. I didn't have any index cards at the moment, so I've just been using just a piece of paper. But as soon as I get some index cards, I will be using those on here. But it's just, you know, a way for me to be able to keep up with my balance and know how much is in my envelope. So this is the cell phone envelope. Should have 120, 40, 60, 81, 5, 10, 15, 20. And to that, we will be adding $20, so that will make our total 140. So plus 20 equals 140. I still haven't fixed my envelope yet. I just need to write an R in there. But anyway, and I see a Sharpie right there, so I'm going to do that as soon as I do this video. So I did have to get an oil change this month, so I have $56 left in here. 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56. And for the car maintenance gets 25. Now we have 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, $1 plus $25 equals 81. Next up is house maintenance, and in this one it says my balance is 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 25, and to that we will be adding $12. 5, 10, 11, 12. So now we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $37. Write that one on here. Plus, what did I say, 12? Yeah, $12 equals $37. Next is gifts, which I use $9 out of this month. So it should be $33 in here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, and 33. And to that we will add $10. So that will make it $43. Plus 10 equals $43. And then subscriptions is going to be our last one because we're not doing anything for clothes this month. So subscription says we should have $47, and we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And to that we're going to add 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, and $55. Plus $8. Okay guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you're subscribed because I'm so close to reaching that 1,000 subscribers so that I can do my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. You're not going to want to miss this one because if you are into budgeting, you will definitely enjoy this giveaway that I do. So I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!